Welcome back, guys. So this will probably be the second video released within 1 or 2 days, whatever it might be. But this is basically my coil packs and spark plugs were playing up a little bit, so I decided to go ahead and replace them. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it, or to the best of my abilities. My phone camera has not been working 100%, so it's a bit choppy and I'm missing parts of this video, but I'll do my best to fill in the blanks. So basically, those of you with an engine cover, you've got 3 bolts or 4 bolts holding the engine cover in. So you've got one there, and then you've got a nut here that holds that in, and the last bolt is there. These are all 10 mil and fairly easy to take out. So once I remove that, you can see now that we've got access to everything. So I've taken off the first bit of the piping there, or the silicone joiner, sorry, just to give myself a bit more area to move. Now that is looking quite tired, so I do have some replacement silicone joiners, so I will be swapping those over as well. Next, you've got 2 10 mil bolts that connect the elbow to the actual throttle body. So I'll be removing them, and then I'll be obviously lifting up the strut brace just to give myself a bit more room as well. So breaker bar, and most of these bolts and nuts are 10 mil. So this will come out. I've already removed the screws out of there, and you can see where those 2 holes are holding it in, or that was holding it in is there. So what I'll do is I'm going to remove the bolts off the strut bar and lift that up a little bit, and then once that's done, I can pull out the elbow, which I have there, and you can see basically it's giving me a whole bunch of room to be able to get my hands in there as well. So pretty much from here, it's a simple operation to do. Basically, in a nutshell, it's just plug and play. And especially with doing your coil packs, they're all plug and play, and spark plugs, well, I'll show you how to do them. So the first thing you want to do is you want to unplug it, and that's just by pushing this bottom tab down and pulling it out. Next, you've got 2 8 mil bolts, 1 and 2 there. So basically, once you take them out, the spark plug will be free and you can just lift it straight up. Also, guys, I did find an old part that dropped into my engine bay a long time ago when I first got the car. So it's not a bad idea to go through your car every now and again and have a look at what you're missing. This is why these cars have covers, so bits of stuff don't fall into the spark plug wells. So we've taken out these coil pack now, as you can see, just pop straight out. They are filthy because there's no cover on this car, or no cover on the coil pack valley, I believe they call it. So we're going to remove the spark plugs now and have a look at, I guess, how gone they are. Another thing that was a bit worrying to me is the amount of trash that's down there in the spark plug hole. So I'm just using a spark plug removal tool now just to get these out. Sorry for the shitty camera work, but I'm trying to work one-handed and it's proving to get the best of me. But you can see there, the spark plug's there, and we've removed it now, and we're going to have a look at obviously the new spark plugs compared to the old spark plugs. So that's the old one, obviously, and you can see there it's quite badly, there's a lot of carbon build up on that, and it's definitely seen better days. And I would go, look, it was still working, but I would go so far to say that it's probably cactus now. There's bits of oil on it as well, which does happen over time, but as you can see, sorry, from the old and new ones, leaps and bounds. So these spark plugs are by a company called Tri-Power, and they're iridium, and I just thought I'd give them a go. Obviously, I'm not putting up massive numbers on my car or anything like that, but all reviews I've heard from them have been good, and pretty much they look the business. So I guess it's just a test to see if they do work. So instead of showing you how to do all 6, I'm just going to show you how to do, I guess, 1, and then obviously when you put back the car, So once you've taken out the spark plug, you literally do the reverse of what we just did, which was put the new spark plug in, then put the new coil pack in, which after taking out the first coil pack, you'll know exactly how to put it back in, and continue on from there. So this is about a 3-hour job. For me, if I'm honest, it took me about a day, if not a little bit more, because I can't move as quick as I used to, and also my hands sometimes become numb, which means I can't really feel what I'm doing. But that's nor here nor there. We still did it, and it was still some maintenance that we had to do, and I'm happy that I got to do it myself. You always get a rewarding feeling when you do something on your car, and you're able to basically, I guess, make it better or return it to its former glory. Another thing I will say to you guys is, without the cover on there, or the spark plug cover, you end up with a lot of debris, leaves, dirt, things like that, and it was really difficult. I didn't want to take out the spark plug while the dried leaves and stuff were in there, because that would just end up in the spark plug well, and then go into the engine, and we can't have that. So I had to whip out the Dyson and try and vacuum it. So another reason why you need the cover on the cars. Another thing I will say too is that before you even start attempting to do any of this, take a photo of your engine bay, so that if you remove any hoses, clamps, bolts, things of that variety, you know exactly where they go. And that's pretty much basically it. I'm going to finish the rest of these off, and then we'll basically see if it starts. Fingers crossed it does. I'm almost certain it will, but yeah, you're going to be able to put everything back together, and that's why I said take a picture, and everything should be fine. It should just burst into life, providing you've done everything correctly. Don't over tighten the spark plugs, don't put the core packs the wrong way, which you can't because they only go one way. It's really easy to do. It's just tedious because you've got to remove a bunch of stuff. As I said, it's about a 3-hour job. For you new guys, it's probably about a 5-hour job. Depends on how fast you work. But the moment of truth is obviously the car starting and going from there. Alright guys, lastly I want to go through top 5 things that I believe. Take photos of your engine bay before taking things apart. Take your time, it's not a race, and that's when you tend to make mistakes. If it feels like you've done something up too tight, you probably have. Maybe just loosen it up a little bit. Make sure you use the right parts for your car, including spark plugs, coil packs, any other thing that you're going to replace. Make sure it's made for your specific car. And number 5, enjoy it. Take your time to really get used to your car and find out about it. So that being said, guys, we're going to start the car now and see what happens. I'll give you a hint, it starts and drives well. And it's restored some power that it's lost actually, which is really good. So I'm really happy about that. But as always, you all take care and stay safe.